Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all my dear children of Standard 10. Today we are going to do a new poem whose name is Ammanda. Children, this poem is about a child who feels that she or he is controlled and instructed not to do one thing or another. You too may feel that your freedom is curtailed. Write down some of the things you want to do, but your parents, elders do not allow you to. To read the poem aloud, form pairs, each reading alternates stanzas. You are in for a surprise. So, children, this poem, Amanda, is written by Robin Klein. Children, before I start the poem, I would like to tell you something about Robin Klein. Robin Klein's full name is Robin McMog Klein, and she is an Australian author of books for children. She also writes children's and young adult fiction. Some of her famous books are Hating Ellison Ashley, People Might Hear You, etc. Now, talking about the poem, here Robin Klein has expressed the views of a little girl whose name is Amanda, who's constantly pointed out by her mother for making mistakes. Mistakes which she considers so as they are not part of the code of good conduct laid out by the society in which we live. So basically, you understand, children, what is this poem about? Here in this poem, Robin Klein has given the name to the child is Amanda. Here she is calling the child as Amanda. But basically, this poem is a story of all children who have reached adolescence. Now, adolescence is a stage where you're not a child, not completely an adult. So at this point of age where you are actually are right now in 10th standard, so this is for you children, that at this point of stage, children many a times think that they are doing right, but parents keep on curtailing their freedom. They always point out their mistakes, and there are many do's and don'ts which they tell their kids, but the kids, they don't like it and they answer back or reply in a weird way. So through this poem, Robin Klein wants to tell us the feelings of the adolescent child. Okay, so let me read the poem. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. There is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. I am an orphan roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. While you please, will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda? So, children, here I will only discuss the overall summary of the poem. Inshallah, we'll be discussing the explanation, word meanings, and the poetic devices in the next video. So, here I want to tell you, children, what does this poem basically talks about. It talks about the poem describes a girl named Amanda and her mother who is nagging her for her mistakes. She is first pointed out most probably by her mother for biting her nails and for not sitting in the right posture. The mother also feels that Amanda sits in a very lazy manner. To this, Amanda imagines herself as a mermaid. Mermaid, you know, half human and half fishes. So, she imagines herself as a mermaid who lives in a calm and relaxing life in a beautiful green sea. Further, she is nagged for not cleaning her room and shoes and also for not doing her homework. She then imagines herself to be an orphan because she is now fed up of being watched by her parents continuously. She says that she would have enjoyed her freedom then by making the patterns of her bare feet on the sand and would live a peaceful life. Next, Amanda is scolded for eating too many chocolates as this causes pimples. Acne means pimples. She is also scolded for not listening to her mother. So, now Amanda thinks of being a Rapunzel. So, here we see the next stanza. I am Rapunzel, I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I'll certainly never let down my bright hair. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You're always so moody, Amanda. Anyone anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda, by Robin Klein. So here she is also scolded for not listening to her mother, and Amanda is also scolded for eating too many chocolates as this causes pimples. Then now Amanda, when her mother scolds her for eating too many chocolates, Amanda thinks of being Rapunzel. Rapunzel is a cartoon character in which Rapunzel is a princess who has been kept in a long tower which does not have any door to come down. So she want to live in such isolated tower because her mother is continuously nagging her. So Amanda thinks of being Rapunzel, a character from a fairy tale, and wants to live in a huge tower like her. In the tower, she will be alone and will live a peaceful life, and she will never allow anyone to come in. That means that she wants to live all alone so that nobody can scold her and nobody can tell her what to do and what not to do. Finally, the mother ask her to stop being moody because she doesn't want anyone to blame her for harassing her daughter. Sulking means when you are not speaking or talking or smiling to anybody just because you want to show people that you are angry. So the mother commands her for stop sulking because the mother feels that if she will be so moody, people will think that the mother is harassing the daughter. So at this time, the poet has not written any reaction of Amanda's side. So this is but natural, children. When your mothers scold you, finally you do not answer back. You try to regulate yourself according to the surroundings. Now, this constant nagging has made her so sad that she has even stopped to imagine herself as someone else. She used to do so in order to escape from the continuous harassment and dominance of her parents. So, children, we have seen that in this poem, it starts with the first stanza in which there are commands and orders which are given by Amanda's mother, and in the first stanza, then in the bracket second stanza, you would see that when mother scolds Amanda, what Amanda wants to be. First of all, she wants to be a mermaid so that she can enjoy her life in the sea. Then when her mother asks about finishing her homework, she thinks that it would be good if she would be an orphan. Orphan means those who doesn't have any parents. Okay, so she thinks that how good it would be if she would be an orphan so that nobody would stop her or ask her for doing anything. Then when her mother tells her not to eat so many chocolates, it can spoil her beauty, right? So at that she feels that she should be a Rapunzel. She should be like Rapunzel, isolated in a tower, and she would not allow anybody into the tower, not even her mother, nobody she wants. So this suggests that she doesn't like her mother's attitude, always nagging her, stopping her, pointing her mistakes and all. She want to be a friend to her mother, right? One who can understand her. So this is the poem written by Robin Klein. which children describes about the teenagers feelings. What do they want from the elders at this point of view, that they should take the teenagers seriously, and they should also understand their feelings and emotions. Yes, of course, if any mistake is done by them, so the it is the duty of the elders that it should be brought into the teenagers notice very calmly, and make them understand their faults, and so that it should not be repeated. So I hope you would have enjoyed and understood the summary, children. In my next video, I'm going to do the explanation stanza by stanza, and we'll be discussing the new words and meanings and the poetic devices. And okay, so that's it for today.